This has got a lot of people talking. Some people are concerned about the durability, the battery life. Should they be picking up this phone? Because a lot of you are looking at the phone going, it's so beautiful, but it's got one camera. Is it gonna bend? Is it gonna last me all day? Well, I've got some answers for you. Let's talk about it. All right, so I've been using this for the past few days, and I've been using it off and on with the Pro and Pro Max. So I'll be doing much more of a fuller, more in-depth review in the coming days or weeks as I get more hands-on time with it. Out of all the iPhones that were launched, this was the one that excited me from an aesthetic standpoint. I mean, it's such a beautiful piece of art and craftsmanship. And it's something that when you get into your hands and you go to the stores, because it'll be out tomorrow, and you use it, and you touch it and feel it, you're gonna understand why the Air is so special. It's one thing to see images. It's another thing to hold it and use it. And I did an interview with Greg Joswiak, SVP of Marketing of Apple, and he said something to me which I agree with 100%. It's like you're just holding a display in your hands.
And if you're just holding the display itself, you're just holding the content. So there's that mentality, that philosophy that goes.
And it kind of reminded me of the M4 iPad Pro that came out a year ago, how thin that was. And then you see this phone and you start using it and the display is bright. It's a ProMotion display, 120 hertz. It's very bright, 3,000 nits brightness thereabouts. It's so beautiful. Anti-reflective coating on this, better ceramic shield on the front and the back. It's the most intimate you'll feel with your content out of any device that I've used thus far. That's the best way I can say it because again, you don't feel like you're using a phone. You feel like you're holding a display only. When you feel the titanium rails around it, and I've got the blue one here, this is a statement piece. This is like a luxury watch. You know what I mean? Like if you're looking at a Patek Philippe or an AP or a, Vacheron Constantin, it's like that. It's that kind of phone. But of course, it comes down to performance. So let's talk more about that right now. So when it comes to all-day battery life, what does Apple mean by that, right? Well, when I talked to them, they said it's about equivalent to the 16 Pro of last year's model, which was a great phone for a lot of people. That was all-day battery life. Obviously, with the latest technology and innovation and engineering, they can fit that into a phone because they've taken all the electronics and they moved it right underneath this plateau right here. So as a result, majority of this phone is battery. And display, of course, because entire display. I will tell you this, it's not gonna be the same level as the Pro Max. Of course it's not, that's a much bigger phone. Can I get all-day battery life with this? Yes. The people that are gonna buy the Air are not going to be quote-unquote power users. They're not gonna be shooting ProRes log and ProRes raw, and they're not gonna be shooting a ton of content like that. They're probably not gonna be hardcore gamers. These are gonna be people that probably maybe work in an office, or maybe they're dressing up for an event, or they want something sleek and nice to carry with them, or maybe they want something very lightweight. They don't care about having 3 cameras. One camera, they could go 2 times zoom in, and they're good, they're happy with it. They just want a phone that works. They don't need video and gaming performance. And there's a lot of people out there like that. And for those, that's who the Air is for. For those that want to shoot crazy video and photo, that's the Pro Max and the Pro, and that's your phone. Not to say that you can't do some of that with this, you can, but yes, you only have one camera sensor on this. It's a 48 megapixel fusion camera, and it takes really good images, obviously on par with the Pro, you just don't have the flexibility in terms of focal range. Obviously in the front-facing camera as well, you still get that 24 megapixel square sensor, effectively 18 megapixels, but you don't shoot, or you can't shoot ProRes log with a front-facing camera like you can on the Pro phone. So that's also another thing that's not there. But how many people are gonna shoot ProRes log on the front-facing camera? Me, I will. Most people out there probably won't. They haven't, and they probably won't start doing it now. But outside of that though, the battery life has been solid. It's good for all day. And you have that MagSafe battery as well that you can attach to that. And people are saying, well, why would they make something like that? Why don't they just give us better battery life from the phone? It's because, guys, not all the time you want to carry a big phone. There's many times where I'm hosting an event, because that's what I do a lot. I host events and I wear a lot of formal wear. And bringing a Pro Max or a Pro phone, they're big. And sometimes I have to hand it off to somebody or put it into my backpack or bag because it's going to weigh down on my suit, on my pants. But something like this just disappears. And I would gladly like to switch over to this when I'm having those kind of events and saying, I still got my phone, I still got a really good camera, got a flash, can do all that. I just want something I can put in my jacket pocket and it doesn't weigh it down. And that's who this is for. So battery life, do not worry. What about cameras? Let's talk a little more about that. Now, when it comes to the camera system on this, obviously, as I mentioned, it's a single camera, fusion camera, 48 megapixels. So that means in JPEG, it'll be 24 megapixels to 48 megapixels thereabouts. And you do get 2 times zoom on this, so effectively it just crops in twice on the sensor, kind of like an APS-C crop. If you're looking at that kind of equivalency from a full frame camera system to that, it's good. The image quality is really nice. Again, as someone who does a lot of photography on this channel, I talk a lot about photo and video, this won't be that kind of camera system. But I think for those out there, as I mentioned earlier, that are okay taking a few photos at an event, I still can use my front-facing camera the same as I could on that, minus the ProRes log, then it's good. It's more than enough. And I could travel with this, I could get some great shots, because for me personally, I'm not a big wide-angle photographer. I'm not. And if you're that kind of photographer, this is more than good enough. The images are great, the colors are fantastic, video quality is really good, stabilization's good. There's been no issues at all with this whatsoever. The Air delivers. And again, just depends. If you need more cameras, you get the 17 or you get the 17 Pro and Pro Max. If you're okay with one, you're like, I just want something thin and light and really good performance and a beautiful display, this is your phone. So now let's talk durability, because I'm sure everybody's got this question. If I sit on the Air, if something happens to it, will it bend? When we were at Apple Park, we actually saw a test, and I mentioned this in my iPhone 17 Pro Max video, where they took this phone, they put it into a machine, because they do a lot of rigorous testing in terms of durability and performance with all these phones. And they had this bend machine, and they bent it with 60 kgs of pressure, which is equivalent to about 120 pounds, depending on your measurements. The phone did bend. It was like this. The glass wasn't cracking. And then when they let go, it bounced right back into shape. They put it onto a flat surface. It was perfectly flat. The glass, no issues at all, nothing. We were shocked. And that's why Apple said, this is our most durable iPhone that we have made, is because of what they put into this. The engineering inside of this is unbelievable. And it's something that obviously I don't want to say go bend a phone and buy one and bend and try it out. Obviously, it's your own phone. But I'm sure there will be more demonstrations on this, and I'm obviously showing you some clips here to give you an idea. This is very durable. But I will say, if you're on the larger size and you want to put this in your back pocket, just, just take it out of your back pocket, because you never know. Just put it out there. But if you put it in your front pocket, you're gonna be fine. I thought I'd wrap up this video by shooting the remainder of this on the front-facing camera, landscape mode, 4K 25p, using the mics from the AirPod Pro 3s on this, just to give you an idea, and I'll do a little bit of a jog so you can see the stabilization on the iPhone Air. But yeah, guys, I know a lot of you are apprehensive because of the size and the form, but once you go to the store and you get into your hands, you're gonna see this is an engineering marvel, and it's a beautiful, beautiful device. And I think a lot more people will be picking up the Air after they get their hands on it. Anyway, guys, that's it. If you like this video, like, subscribe. Thank you so much for the support. I greatly appreciate it. And I'll chat to you all very, very soon.